Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade have dropped what might be the most shocking update of the entire off-season, and it's sending waves across the entire NBA. After weeks of silence, behind-the-scenes drama, and trade rumors flying in every direction, the Warriors front office has finally made a move that nobody saw coming. And trust me, this could completely change the future of the franchise. Now, before we dive deep into the heart of this breaking news, let's set the stage. The Warriors have spent the past few months in one of the most uncertain periods of their dynasty era. The Stephen Curry window is still open, but barely. Every move the team makes right now is about maximizing these next few years before Father Time starts knocking. That means tough roster decisions, salary cap gymnastics, and yes, emotional choices about players who have been part of the family. And today's update, it's all about Jonathan Kuminga. Their Warriors' young forward, once seen as the bridge to the next generation of Golden State basketball, is now at the center of the biggest storyline of the summer. After more than a month of quiet, sources have confirmed that the Warriors and the Sacramento Kings have officially resumed discussions on a potential sign and trade involving Kuminga. That's right, talks are back on between two Pacific Division rivals. The same Kings that the Warriors battled fiercely in the playoffs just over a year ago are now back at the table trying to pry away one of Golden State's brightest young talents. According to league insider Sam Amch from The Athletic, these two teams recently reignited trade conversations earlier this week. Now, let's be clear, the sides haven't made major progress yet, but the fact that they're talking again at all is huge. It signals that the Kings haven't given up on their pursuit of Kuminga and that the Warriors might be open to doing business if the right offer comes along. Earlier in the off-season, Sacramento made an aggressive offer. They reportedly put forward a deal centered around guard Malik Monk and a protected 2030 first-round pick. On top of that, they were willing to give Kuminga a 3-year, $63 million contract. Pretty tempting, right? Well, apparently not tempting enough for the Warriors who turned it down. But here's where things get interesting. The reasons behind that decision tell us a lot about how Golden State views their future. First, their Warriors don't seem too excited about adding Malik Monk. Don't get it twisted. Monk is a talented scorer, a spark plug who can light up the scoreboard on any given night. But from a fit standpoint, he doesn't mesh perfectly with the Warriors system. His game relies heavily on isolation and ball handling, while Steve Kerr's offense thrives on constant motion, spacing, and ball sharing, and on top of that, Monk's contract could become a cap nightmare down the road. Golden State's front office reportedly looked at the situation and said, if we take Monk, we'll probably have to trade him again. But that raises another issue. Would there even be a market for Monk right now? That uncertainty is one big reason the Warriors backed away. Then there's the cap complication. Trading Kuminga straight up for Monk would actually hard cap the Warriors at the first tax apron because of something called base year compensation rules. In simple terms, that's like putting a financial handcuff on the team. It would make it extremely difficult for them to fill out the rest of their roster or make other moves like signing veteran Al Horford, who they've reportedly been eyeing with the taxpayer mid-level exception. The other sticking point in these negotiations is the draft pick. The Kings' offer includes the 2030 first-round pick, but it comes with heavy protections. If it lands in the lottery, their Warriors wouldn't get it that year. Instead, they'd received the less favorable of the Kings or Spurs' 2031 first-rounders. That's not exactly an enticing return for a 22-year-old forward who still has massive potential. Golden State wants more. Now, while the trade talks have been dominating headlines, there's another layer to this story, and it's even more explosive. Behind the scenes, Kuminga and his camp are still negotiating with Golden State on a new contract. And so far, things haven't gone smoothly. Reports say the Warriors have offered Kuminga multiple deals, including one worth $75 million over 3 years with a team option in the third year. But that team option, it's become the main roadblock. Kuminga's agent, Aaron Turner, has made it crystal clear that the team option is a deal breaker. From his perspective, it gives the Warriors all the control and leaves his client with none. If Kuminga plays great, Golden State keeps him for cheap. If he doesn't, they can walk away scot-free. That's not the kind of security a 22-year-old rising star is looking for. Turner even told ESPN's Shams Charania that Kuminga could consider taking the $8 million qualifying offer instead. Now, that would be a bold move. If he accepts the qualifying offer, it would lock him into one more year with the Warriors, but it also gives him a no-trade clause and sets him up to become an unrestricted free agent in 2026. That means he could walk away from Golden State with total freedom in just 2 years. If Kuminga stays and signs an extension, their Warriors keep one of the most athletic, explosive young forwards in the league. Someone who could grow alongside Curry in the short term and lead the next generation in the long term. But if he walks or gets traded, it signals a shift in strategy. Maybe the front office is ready to double down on veterans to win now, even if it means sacrificing future potential. Or maybe they're preparing to retool completely around Curry for one final run. And let's not forget the emotional side of this. Kuminga has been through a lot in Golden State. He's had to fight for playing time, prove himself in a system that's not always built for young players, and deal with trade rumors every single off-season. Yet, through it all, he's continued to grow and show flashes of brilliance. Losing him wouldn't just hurt the roster, it hurt the fan base, too. Meanwhile, the Kings are watching closely. Sacramento believes Kuminga could be the missing piece to push them over the top. Pairing him with De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, and Keegan Murray could give the Kings one of the most dynamic young cores in the entire Western Conference. And let's be honest, seeing Kuminga in a Kings uniform would make every Warriors fan cringe, especially if he breaks out and becomes the star many believe he can be. So yeah, this isn't just another off-season rumor. This is a full-on chess match between two rivals with massive stakes. The Warriors' future flexibility, their title hopes, and their long-term vision are all hanging in the balance. And that's why today's update is such a bombshell. Because it's not just about a potential trade. It's about the direction of the entire franchise. The dynasty isn't dead, but it's evolving. The next week could determine whether that evolution leads to another championship push, or the beginning of a full-on transition. So, Warriors fans, buckle up. The next few days could get wild. Whether it's a blockbuster trade, a shocking contract decision, or another twist we don't see coming, something big is brewing in Golden State. And as always, I want to hear from you. Do you think the Warriors should trade Jonathan Kuminga? Should they stand firm and sign him long-term? Or do you think taking the qualifying offer would be the smartest move for his future? Drop your thoughts down below. This conversation is far from over. One thing's for sure, the Golden State Warriors just reminded the entire league that even when things seem quiet, the Bay is never calm for long. This is just the beginning of what could be one of the most dramatic weeks in Warriors history. Stay tuned because the next bombshell might be even bigger.